Hello. Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Hello, hello. We see Quinmis is first in the chat. Wait, a treasure train is coming. What is a treasure What's a treasure train? What does that mean? Uh, Hello, Survival Blade and Derigo and Radia. Oh my god, Derigo, 53 months and 31 months from Canarule. Well, but Canarule. Ah. Ah. 31. 1, 2, 3 plus 1. I see Angel Wolf. Hello. And we got Jeff and Mad Artistry. Oh my goodness. That's so cool. We're at a level 1 treasure train. So for Derigo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. And yes, welcome, welcome. We got all the people's librarian. Hello, Mythos. Break Rosie. I just got here. It's a train with treasure on it. Obviously, we gotta rob it. It's time to commit a train robbery. Everybody on the ground. This is a stick up. We're here for your train treasure. Oh, we got Bane at 22 months. Okay. Boop boop and boop boop. Hi, Treston from Bama? Bama. I feel like that's obvious and I'm missing it. I guess I'm already on the train. I'm a big fan of trains, to be honest. I really am. Well, thank you guys very much. Get loved. Right, get loved, idiot. We got Caspian here with a 3-stream streak. Hi, Caspian. Exactly, Venmo Moose. All the boops. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you guys. Are we robbing a train? Can I bring Maleficent? Yes, you may. I feel like Maleficent will come in handy. Oh, Alabama. There you go. Well, hi from Ontario. Because you're a treasure. Stop. Oh, hi, Vixie Pixie. It's good to see you as well. Welcome, welcome, you guys. Well, thank you so very much for a treasure train. We got Big Daddy Moose here as well. Mythos Fox, 17 months. A boop, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boops. Thank you so very much, you guys. That's level 2. That's level 2. That's so cool. And we got Manchester, UK. That's awesome. We got people from all over the place joining us. It's so cool to see you guys. Well, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the House of Quartz streaming community, and I appreciate you guys. Kind of like cross support platform stuff for me. I cannot begin to tell you how much that means to me. Thank you very much. Did you hear about the wolf running through the forest? He was having a howling good time. Please. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Always with the bad puns. Every time. Oh, that's right. I also have us streaming on YouTube. I should make sure that chat's also pulled up as well. Let's make sure I can see that. Hello, Jess. There you are. Hi and bye. Oh no, I'm sorry I missed you. There we go. Every time I cross-platform stream, I always forget one of the chats. But yes, we are also streaming on YouTube. He went a little barking mad. Boo. Boo. Longborough here? Or Loughborough? I feel like it's Loughborough. Also, hello, Jay. It did make me smile, which I appreciate. Guys out here giving me all the good. How's the weekend been? Oh my gosh, it was tiring weekend. Oh, thank you. You always say that, Bane. You always say that. Oh, we've got another resubscription for 4 months. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, hello. Hi, Tristan. Thank you very, very much. Close enough. I try. Aw, I didn't get it. Dang it. My bad. How do you pronounce that? He just likes trees. His favorite part is the bark. Well, at least it's not the cheese puns. Hi, Fox. Hello, hello. Ardiana Fox. Cause I always look pretty, I try. Thank you, that's what I was going for. Loughborough. That makes sense. That makes sense. I see that. Spoon Boost doing personal makeup class for a friend on Thursday. Oh, that's so cool. I love that for you. I would love to run some makeup classes. That would be really fun. Got the worst insult today. Someone met my mother and then asked, how did you turn out so normal? Oh, I know, that reminds me so much of just that whole, is your family proud of you? And I'm like, my family is in a cult. Aw, thank you for the gifts up to Angel Wolf, Quinmis. You are the sweetest ever. That is a boop and a congratulations to Angel Wolf. A hydrate redeem. You got it. Thank you, Dusk. Hi, Chip. Welcome back. Aw. You're just saying that, Angel Wolf. You're just saying that. But hi, you guys. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for doing the lurks. Thank you for hanging out. I love to see you here. Got a full spoon day. Stayed warm from the cold. Had salmon for lunch. Ooh, I love salmon. We made homemade sushi over the weekend, and so good. It would be a breach of etiquette. Boo! But also that was pretty good. I gotta help out the bit of time I manager these days. Oh my gosh, Aquimus, that edit that you made, you guys could see it on my YouTube. I uploaded it there, but I almost cry at the way that I just... Oh, so Aquimus found a clip from a stream I did years ago talking about how much I want to do, like what I want to do career-wise going forward, the vision for that, using like makeup as a combination with mental health and stuff. And I just, yeah, it was that clip and then a compilation of a bunch of stuff that we've accomplished. Like I'm talking in this clip about going to school for makeup and stuff, and it's just followed up by a compilation of me doing stuff in like my makeup diploma, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet. A lovely dork. Yes, I'm very much a dork. I wanted to do your journey credit. That you did. Don't need my father's approval. I need my tattoo artist to tell me I did good sitting still. Right? It's right in the praise kink. I have to try harder. Please, you guys have already made me cry so many times. My mom is considered the ideal Christian woman by her church, and this person thinks I'm normal after being raised by that. Hey, it just means you did a great job bringing yourself out from a weird-ass place into like, yeah, actually we're doing pretty good. Doing great. The makeup classes for trans women! Oh! That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. Just beautiful. All the head pats, all the head pats. Fourth friend overheard, but they thought they were talking about me and my sister. First friend said something to the effect of, nah, right, sister's a bitch. Just very straight up about that. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you guys so very much for a level 3 treasure train. That's so very cool. We've been here for less than 15 minutes and already I'm getting drowned in affirmation. I can't even begin to say just how much that means to me. Need to be called. Oh, Vixie, you've been such a very good fox. You did so good. We're all very proud of you, okay? If you're tired, it's okay to rest. Exactly. Protect them, dolls. 100%. And that always makes me so happy because I'm like, this is literally somebody like femininity gets shit on so much by the society we're in, and now you've like with trans women, it's that's so wholesome to me where they're like entering my space, want to share it, like they want to share the experience I have as a woman, and I'm like, ah, yes. Like I really don't get the whole gatekeeping things some women do, and they're like, you don't have a uterus. I'm like, shut the fuck up, give me your face, I'm gonna make you so pretty. Like I just it's such a sour ass attitude. I'm like, also, I hate that. I hate when women do this thing where, like, a trans woman can never be a woman because you cannot bear a child. I'm like, why are you defining our reality as women by the worst part of being a woman? Why are we defining it by suffering? Ew. Oh, and there's our treasure train. Ah, oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you so very much for that, you guys. That's just mwah. Playing Stardew or Call to the Lamb. Both are good choices. We're going to be doing Stardew tonight. Side note, hearing you share your dreams at night is what helps solidify my own aspirations towards learning editing. Now I edit content every single day. I can create content like that video for you Notes Finished and Friends I made since then. Oh my gosh! Well, you are absolutely thriving at the editing thing, and I'm so happy that you're using that skill to uplift people you care about. That makes me very happy. That is exactly the type of impact that I want to have. For people. Right? Choo choo. We had a lovely train. So thank you guys so much for starting out our stream with that today. It's so very appreciated. And also congrats to everybody. There's so many of you who have been here for years that I appreciate so very much. I really do. Learn from the best. Aw. I know the affirmation that you guys are sending me today, it just it is just extra, it's extra appreciated today. Trying so hard to be kind to myself. Seasonal depression is definitely a thing. Also mainly because it's a low pressure weather day and it contributes. Yeah, for sure. The way that the weather, it's like one of the worst parts of being human is the second the sun goes away, we're just like, I'm depressed. Would I ever play Cyberpunk? I think I have it in my library and I just haven't played it yet. Got to spread your worth is not your productivity phrase to a Twitch friend of mine. Aww. Thank you for the praise. You're very welcome. And thank you. I really liked how my makeup turned out today. I thought it was quite nice. But yeah, no, it was just, the weekend was one of those weekends where, like, you're having, like, heavy discussions with people, you're processing some things. I saw your Insta today about how you did and did not agree to be someone's... the prefrontal cortex is part of the scene aftercare. And you know what? Real. Thank you. I appreciate that because I actually had a couple of people... I've actually never had somebody be that angry with me about something I've said in my content before. And it was a little bit jarring, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had 2 people basically eat my face and be like, you're a bad person. It's like, dead ass, you're a bad, unsafe person. If you won't do this for me, then you're an awful piece of shit, and I'm so disappointed in you. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Because I set a boundary, but that's a part of, like, what's... Like, I'm saying, like, the affirmation stuff you guys are giving me right now is really helpful, not just because of those intense reactions, but, right, Daddy, chill. But I've kind of been dealing with some compassion fatigue and some exhaustion in regards to kind of like the type of content I do, as well as just some stuff in general. And it is part of the ADHD experience, because this is stuff I'm learning about now that I have the diagnosis, is that whole like struggling with wanting to shut down or struggling not to have snap knee-jerk anger responses at people because you feel really overwhelmed and tired. Oh, 41 months. Oh my gosh, Tiger Man, thank you. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1. And hello, Photorat. Makeup looks stunning. Thank you. Deserve to have the boundaries. And I appreciate that. And honestly, I don't talk about the boundaries that I have in regards to like kink and non-monogamy very often, because it actually does make people feel really intensely angry with you. Oh, Canarule, thank you for lurking. It's your birthday in 4 days? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Happy pre-birthday to you. Another reason my mom, she too would go from 0 to 100 when overwhelmed when I was younger, of course as a child, so I had no idea what it was about. Right? And I mean, even from my time working in disability care, they teach you about compassion fatigue because if you don't know about it, it makes you feel like such a bad, horrible person. Seen such. Bro had someone fake claim my Ramco trauma. Oh no. Really, Vixie? If you said this, check me and then for they could have blocked. Holy shit. Oh, what am I? We have a rant about it, Redeem. What am I ranting about? Cause if you were that type of person who is very much a caregiver, then you are at high risk of burnout and compassion fatigue, and that's basically where like you do start getting angry with people, and that's not you, it's not your character, but you do hit a point of limit, right? You have limits and boundaries like everyone else, right? I frequently look for or consume that sort of content where others do agree to do the prefrontal cortex and make little work. Isn't something you want, then that's also valid. Oh, we have a new follower. Thank you, Sipmoles. There's a little boop for the follow. Oh, and the thing is, part of the reason that I have these boundaries is specifically because I'm not a therapist. I won't do amygdala work. I won't do prefrontal. I will not operate as your prefrontal cortex because I'm not a therapist, and I could seriously fuck you up. Like if I were to operate that way, if I were to provide the certain type of support that some people really intensely want DOMs to do, I could fuck you up. And I'm not comfortable taking that chance. It'll be very well intentioned, but if you, with good intention, go fucking around in somebody's prefrontal cortex and you start operating that way, there is a lot of risk there. Got the diagnosis of ODD. Okay, what? You're out here like Pokemon, like gotta catch 'em all. Why is it so obvious for children and other persons to see your ADHD or autism? It takes literal centuries to get diagnosed. Seriously, it took so long. I was out here as a child being like, these lights are giving me a headache, and no one thought to check anything. Nobody had a thought, right? And some of the compassion fatigue I've been feeling is very much in relation to the kink community. And I'm also starting to notice some things that make me very worried that people are using therapy language or therapy theories to bypass people's boundaries and limits. And like, for example, like when I made content today saying this is what my limit is, one of the people who was super angry at me came at me with, this just means that you don't have to consider the impact that you have on another person. And I was like, what about vice versa? Oh my gosh, we have zombie magic coming through. Hello, we have a raid. Oh my gosh, hi everybody. Welcome to the House of Quartz streaming community. Zombie, wonderful bean, as always, it is amazing to see you. Thank you so much for bringing your community over here. Hello, hello. So for those of you who are raiding with Zombie Magic, I am Rosie Quartz. I'm a variety content creator / streamer. And we cover a variety of topics here. Not only my professional makeup artist, but we are an LGBTQ+ forward community. We talk a lot about mental health. And I'm also a spice merchant. Hello, Slammer Angel. So we also talk about things related to spice merchantry, and like relationships, kink, stuff like that. You guys actually just came in. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, you guys came in on a discussion about relationships, stuff like kink, setting limits and boundaries, stuff like that. So that is the topic. We're gonna be playing some Stardew Valley in a little bit here. You're welcome to hang out, all of that good stuff, and thank you for supporting Zombie Magic. Also, to those who are watching, Zombie Magic has their own wonderful streaming community. They're awesome to hang out with, great vibes. Please do check them out over there. They were playing some Hunt Showdown. Thank you, Dirigo, for getting the shout out there. Bestest mod. Very appreciated. And yeah, welcome to the chaos. Shall be lurking? Well, I appreciate the lurk. Do your streamer aftercare. Hello from TikTok. Hello. Do you have trouble with task initiation? First line on the report in the ADHD section is significant difficulty with task initiation. Relatable, right? Hi, Icy Heart. Hello. Exactly. We're in the cerebral portion of the stream. Everything about your content is informed and backed by both education and experience. Not to mention your boundaries are your own thing. Don't understand the parasocial hurdles they have to go through to be hostile to you. Well, the funny one to me was, I was telling somebody over on X, Twitter today, where I was like, because they were talking about like, yeah, you negotiate consent. And I was like, yeah, I'm very upfront with people that when it comes to me providing you aftercare for a kink scene, I will not do anything with you that is specifically targeted towards your self-worth, your mental health, or your trauma. And somebody blew a gasket at me. Like when I said, like, I've never had somebody be that intense and in bad faith and in my face before. Where they were like, you are an unsafe person then. And I was like, I have that boundary because I'm not supposed to do that. That's therapy. That stuff, I don't do that because that goes into therapy territory. And also, I'm E&M. I'm non-monogamous. So I have one primary partner and everybody else is a casual play partner. I absolutely 100% should not be trying to do therapeutic specific support with casual play partners. And if they need that type of support from somebody in a scene, they themselves as the sub, as a submissive, should be doing that with a primary partner at the very least. They should not be expecting it from a casual play partner. That is blatantly irresponsible and also self-serving and selfish and weird. Like, no. If this person is you're a submissive, you're doing a scene with a dom who's a casual play partner, and you expect them to do stuff that's targeted towards your self-worth and your trauma, that's weird. That's a weird thing to do to somebody. And then to come back around and say you're a bad dom and you're an unsafe person because you won't do this for me, that's emotionally manipulating somebody into giving you that type of support that isn't appropriate for them to give. That's weird. Don't know anything about the task initiation question. Didn't manage to start the test. Cassidy. Yes, it's not the Great Carnivad. Getting a formal diagnosis in male, pretty obvious and herbal spicy. Took 30 years. My completely burnt out, I'm gonna be able to work anymore to get a diagnosis. Don't want to know how hard it is for females. Yeah, it fucking sucks. I'm glad you got it at some point. But do you know anything about paraphilias? If so, what are your thoughts on that? I ask because I sometimes peek into the system community on Instagram, and they have been so weird about paraphilias. Paraphilias, yeah, those are one of the ones where that one drives me up the wall. Paraphilias are my, well, actually, because, yeah, those are a list of disorders in the DSM-5, and people keep trying to make them not a disorder. I'm like, no, they're definitely a disorder. Don't get why people do that. If the rules of the relationship are defined as A, B, C with extra D, why are they trying to add Q, R, S, T to the list? Oh, there's so many reasons, and one of, if you can give me more context, Fixie, one of the reasons that I very rarely talk about my own boundaries and where my limits are with stuff, because it triggers a sense of rejection in people, especially if you're a content creator. And I don't think people really intend, like, the intent isn't to cause harm in return. Treating them like quirks rather than real struggles. Yeah, the one paraphilia thing where I'm just like, you guys, is they'll say consensual somnophilia when they really mean free use or CUC, because there's no such thing as consensual somnophilia. Paraphilias are a disorder where somebody has sexual arousal to complete lack of consent. So pedophilia, somnophilia, sleep, necrophilia. I don't get why, like, people are not putting two and two together about what that means. It means you have a sexual arousal response. Somnophilia is sleep. It's somebody who gets aroused by fucking somebody in their sleep without the person's knowledge. There's, like, people will be like, well, what if I give consent first? And I'm like, is it not clicking to you? What part of complete lack of consent don't you understand? That's why, consensual somnophilia, like, saying consensual somnophilia is like saying consensual depression. I have consensual bipolar disorder. I have consensual OCD. Like, it's not how a disorder works. You can't consent to it, because if you consent, it ruins their boner. They can't get hard for it. They're not about it. That's that's one of the ones where I'm like, well, actually, and people always get upset with me, and I'm like, listen, you mean CNC, you mean free use. Yeah, exactly. I don't really want to listen to that. Okay, we have a spoon me. You need a spoon after this. You are a wonderful bean, which you very much are. Boop. So I can't have consensual potatoes because I can't consent. It's just one of those things where I'm like, guys, just call it free use. If you're doing it with consent, it's free use. Why do you need to call it somnophilia? That's so funny. Oh, we have a Vassian Avenger. I'm not sure if I said that correctly, but thank you very much for the follow. Here you go. Boop. Did I boner? I mean, mood. Regarding poly, I live in a poly relationship with my wife, and she has another partner. She and her other partner have met a woman, and her partner and the woman hooked up. So far, so good. But then the other woman wanted him exclusive, but only he should be exclusive. She wants to have others besides him. I mean, what? Yeah, what in the control issues? Alex, you're right, dead people are not for use. Dendrophilia. Which one is dendro? Vampires. Well, the thing is, vampires are completely fictional, so we can leave that one alone. Uh, Avacyn Avenger. Okay. Or Avacyn? It's a Magic the Gathering card. Okay. I'm an ignorant muffin. I'm so sorry. I know not the old ways of the Magic the Gathering. And yeah, vampire stuff. I mean, I've definitely played into it myself. Man of you want to steal the man of my wife, but also what? That's wild. Change their opinions, just listen and understand the words being said. Yeah. Well, because the thing is, what kind of the thought process for me to actually talk about what some of my limits are, say Ava, okay, is I saw this post that a lot of people were agreeing with that basically said if you do a kink scene that involves degradation, then you have to provide aftercare. With the submissive being like, no, I didn't mean that, right? If I called you my da-da-da, my beep, 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 I don't mean you're actually the beep, 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 beep. And, that made me so very uncomfortable. And I was like, no, actually, I will not do that type of aftercare with a submissive because that puts me in charge of defining reality for somebody. And that's not something I am comfortable with trying to do. Because here's the thing, if I'm the person running the scene, then it actually puts my safety at risk if you as the sub do not have a defined sense of roleplay versus reality. You should know already that in the scene, if I'm calling you a dee, that's not actually real. You need to know that in your core, in yourself. It is not safe for me to run this scene if you don't actually clearly know the difference between scene and meeting your kink versus reality and your worth. Because if I do that scene and you're crossing over your worth and also the degradation, that's meshing some things and then expecting me to unmesh them for you afterwards, and also telling me that I'm a bad, unsafe dom if I don't unmesh that for you and I don't define. If I as the dom don't define reality versus the scene for you, another adult, I'm the bad person. And I'm like, that's not safe. That's not a reasonable expectation for me. I should not be the one that's doing this. Like, if your brain is crossing reality in the scene, and in this scene you're like, oh, maybe I actually am da-da-da, I'm beep, 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 beep. If you're doing that and then you feel like I need to separate that for you, you're expecting me to go into your neurological chemistry and detangle that for you and set reality for you. And that's... I understand the desire there, like I understand the good intent, but at the same time, I need you to understand, if I'm running the scene, I need you to very clearly 100% understand that the scene is not reality, that it is kink, that it is roleplay, and roleplay is not your worth. You need to know that 100%. If I'm giving you that assurance, you've put me in charge of defining your reality, and that's not an appropriate place for me to be. If they can't recognize the boundaries between play and non-play, then how can they be trusted to respect other boundaries, right? And it also means if you can't distinguish between reality and roleplay, I don't know what else your brain is doing. I don't know what's going to spiral you. I don't know what... Like, basically, what's going to end up happening is if you can't define the roleplay versus the reality, all kinds of weird shit could be going on with your brain that I have no idea is happening. I feel most comfortable and I feel the safest if I'm running a scene with somebody that I have full confidence has those defined boundaries, and I don't have to worry that when I say you're a beep 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 that they're actually taking it to heart or wondering if it's real. Like, no, I need full confidence you know the difference. That's what's safest for me, and I as the dom should be able to say this is my expectation. It's not okay for you to expect that, actually, no, you can have an insecure sense of self, get in a scene, start spiraling, and then I have to rescue your sense of self-worth for you. That's not fair to me whatsoever. A good BDSM joke I really like. Are you really a sub? Or are you just autistic and love it when people tell you specifically what you should do? That one's such a classic. My kinky ex used to carve out 20 minutes after every single flogging and degradation session so that everyone could come back down to earth moment, as she called it. Without that aftercare, they don't get what they need, or worse, it starts to affect their sense of self. Well, and the thing is, like, part of the reason I also have this boundary is where I'm like, like, when it comes to self-worth, I can't do that for you. Even if I want to, I can't. That is also one of my boundaries as a dom, is you need to come to the table with a secure sense of self. If you don't, I don't want to run a scene with you. If you're getting into scenes with me because you're hoping that I will make you feel better, if, like, I will step into that space and do that work for you, you're going to be so disappointed. You're going to fall flat on your face because another person can't step into that role. So because I'm a switch, so I will do, I have zero need. If I've done a scene where there was degradation or humiliation, my needs for affirmation about that are zero. I need no affirmation about that because I showed up responsibly and competently to that scene, knowing that the degradation's not real, knowing the humiliation's not real. I have every understanding about that. I accept full risk and I step into that scene knowing. So when I come out the other end of that scene, the dom has to do nothing with me in that regard. All I need, my aftercare, I need water, I need you did so good for me, and that's it. That's it. I have no demands other than that of a dom because I don't think it would be appropriate for me to. And I don't need to. Like, my self-esteem is never impacted by a degradation scene. If I'm doing a scene with degradation, I come out the other end being like, I rocked that. There's no part of me that takes it to heart because I understand it's not real. I understand it's a role play, and I fully accept it is nothing but role play. I have a very low degradation imagination. Like, you didn't get the garbage out. Who haven't been treated for their disorder for long, that can quickly make that borderline form FP attachments. Refuse to do that for that exact reason. Yes, actually, one of the reasons I have the limits that I do is because of how many people with BPD and bipolar disorder and stuff like that are in the kink community. And if you start offering that type of aftercare to them, the FP starts, the limerence starts, stuff like that. Like, I have the limits I do, not just because I'm not a therapist, but also because I have no interest in becoming an FP. I have no interest in becoming the center of someone else's regulation. As an issue, well, at least if your journey with that stuff is just starting, then myself and this whole community wish you the best in that process. I had to do it for myself. It sucks ass at first, but you got this. You got this. And literally see people who have untreated BPD forming instant FP feelings for Dom if they feel like having that requirement of aftercare. Yeah, and the thing is, like myself and other content, like public figures, content creators, we actually have to be very limited in the type of aftercare we do, because there are people who are like, oh, this content creator is doing kink with me, I must be super desirable and super special. And it's like, no, not even remotely. And now it's weird. The vibes are now weird because you think you're special. Oh, no, stop it. Come to raid the fridge, as per usual. As is tradition. Be blindly, because I've learned so much from you. Aww. Talk to the clinical psychologist about BPD and bipolar. I mean, if you've noticed the similar symptoms, then that's a concern. She was undiagnosed BPD. She FP'd me to the point where she tried to drive a wedge between my wife and I. Oh yeah, FP means favorite person. And actually, yeah, the limerence to FP to split is one of the reasons that I am now very boundaried with this stuff, because you'll step into this world being like, it just takes healthy communication, and then you get your whole life run over by somebody with limerence and FP attachments who is not respecting anyone's boundaries whatsoever. Like, the whole thing is being driven by whatever's like their disorder that's not being treated. And it's rough. It's rough. But the problem is, like, if I as like the dom or caregiver say, hey, your need that you want me to meet is actually outside of my capacity, what a lot of people hear, basically, if I say, this need this need you have that you want me to meet is too much, what people hear is, I'm too much. And I, as a like, even with what I just posted, like when I got people being upset with me immediately, I'm like, see, like, I know better. I know better than to actually publicly talk about where my limits are and why, because people immediately feel rejected. They feel intensely defensive because the first thing they hear is, oh, Rosie won't meet this need to me, it's because I'm too much. Well, it's easier to be angry than to step back and sit with that feeling of being too much. The sub can have one of your limits be no degradation. Yeah, you do not have to be into degradation. I have plenty of people who enjoy my content because I'm not really a degradation based like, most of my content is affirmation based, and a lot of people are drawn to that. But and hi, Miss K. The struggle that I have, like, I've actually had this struggle across my life. And it does actually, I was almost crying. The way I was actually almost in tears this afternoon, because literally, I just want to say that, like, this is a limit for me. This is too much. Maybe you guys, like, I appreciate the kink community so much, but maybe those who identify as submissives, is it really so hard for you to hear that sometimes the needs and expectations you put on doms is too high? Is it really so hard to hear that? And yeah, immediately I had a couple of these guys who were so angry with me, and I'm like, see, like, this is why we're exhausted and we're burnt out. It's because you guys get angry first before you can hear that literally sometimes the demand that you put on doms is way too high. Like, it's way too goddamn fucking high sometimes, because Jesus Christ, doms can't be therapists. They can't regulate you. They can't be the center of your life. You are an adult. You need to actually still be in the pilot seat of your brain. And yeah, it's just, literally the first thing you get is shut down. Like, intense, the second somebody who's on the dom caregiver side of things says, yeah, no, the limit is here, this actually isn't appropriate for us to do, this is too much, we immediately get like a bam like that. And it's like, okay, fine, we'll just quietly take care of you until we hit the floor and we're just in pain because you wouldn't back off and give us the room to say, no, this is where the line is. Doms need aftercare, will die on that hill. Honest to God, the level of care and monitoring that Doms do is not reciprocated. Most submissives so many submissives get into kink because they want to check out. They want to be taken care of. They want to connect to this person who is so on top of it and so, like, is just taking care of everything, and you just get to mentally check out and enjoy it. And it's like, no, you're still a grown-up. None of this is really for you to fully ever check out. Like, you can enjoy a scene, go into subspace, but expecting a dom to do this for you for extended periods of time is exhausting. Content because your makeup's iconic, a sweet bean, and deserve good soup. I do love good soup. Telling us to hydrate and take care of ourselves in an aggressive tone is why I appreciate you. Listen, I love aggressive positivity so much. My DBT therapist says that since this is my 3rd time in the group therapy, and with how far I come with my symptoms, that my doctor is actually running it by my psychiatrist to remove BPD is active and important, but say that I'm in remission. Oh my gosh, congratulations. That's huge. Aw, mwah. My partner wasn't in the headspace. We'll cuddle them, make them feel like the most loved person in the world. And you see, stuff like that is very appreciated. Like I've talked to other doms, and like we'll share experiences about how like a sub just wants a scene. They want to check out so bad. They want the king from you, and you're exhausted. And then when you try to say no, you get hit with the guilt, and even worse, what happens is basically the rejection thing of like, oh, you don't want to do this with me? I must be so bad. I must be so worthless. I must be so undesirable. And you're like, Jesus Christ, I'm just tired. How little responsibility people accept. Well, and that's just it, because we're now, when we do try to set boundaries, we're now getting hit with therapy language designed to negate the boundaries. So even like today where I was like, yeah, my limit is here, and the guy said, the language was, it's so you don't have to think about the impact you have on others. And I was like, you basically just used that line to tell me as a dom, I need to be fully accessible without any boundaries or limits. Whatever the sub wants, they get to take from me. And if I stop, if I say no, if I say this is outside of my capacity, I'm bad. And that's not okay. That is not okay. Like, the dom needs to be able to say, this is too much, without you being like, I'm too much. The Venn diagram of doms and forever DMs is a circle. It is. I offer for my plushies, bunch of cheese, and warm place for a nap. Oh, that would hit so good. That would hit so good. And the thing is, like, it's so hurtful because, like, some of these people have watched my content for a long time, and they got so angry with me the second I was like, no, there's a limit. And I'm like, or that saying I won't do therapeutic type of stuff for people means, like, I literally said, I will still do general affirmation. Aftercare from me is still going to look like you did so good for me. I'm so proud of you. Here's water, here's physical comfort, things like that. I'm just saying there's certain limits where I'm like, I'm either not comfortable with it or it crosses into therapeutic territory. There's a reason these are my boundaries and not yours. Yeah. But that's, like I said, the issue becomes when you talk about your own boundaries, people feel rejected. If there's expectations they had from you and your boundaries are like, no, I can't meet that expectation for you, they feel rejected. And then they come back and wallop you. Sad, because the responsibility that doms take with subs, they also need to be reminded that they're more than just a dom. Exactly. And there's so many times where I'm like, yes, a dom has a responsibility to a sub, but we're both grown-ups here. What about your responsibility to me? Because in so many ways, like the expectation that I define your reality for you, the expectation that I monitor your mental health, the expectation that I build your sense of self-worth for you, that compromises my safety and well-being. But we don't really talk about that. It's all doms oh subs this, doms oh subs that, blah blah blah. What about subs? You need to show up with a certain level of competence. You need to show up with a secure sense of self. You need to be monitoring your own mental health and addressing it with qualified professionals. If you are somebody who tends to have FPs, you need to be responsible about that and maybe keep yourself with, like, do not engage with certain things until you've hit a certain stage of healing. They do hit you with the I must not be enough. That tends to require, in their mind, even more effort on your behalf to fix it. And it's so tiring because you're like, listen, I want to be a positive experience for you. If I run a scene, I want to do effective aftercare for you, but I don't want it to be aftercare at the expense of myself. I was worried, particularly for men who you will use therapy language to overcome or mitigate partners' boundaries. I've actually encountered it more from women. That one was a surprise. But I've actually found women will use like therapy language and therapy theories to negate boundaries. One of the ones I was not expecting attachment theory to be a manipulation tactic. But the attempt was basically like set boundaries with, like there was a bunch of, back when I was actually doing like more poly stuff, one of the people went like, everyone was setting boundaries with her. She's making everyone so uncomfortable. And she came back with, you know, you're avoidantly attached, right? And we're like, no. she tried to use attachment theory to be like, you guys are avoidantly attached and we need to heal that in order to get access back. And we were like, no, actually, we're not avoidantly attached. We've set a boundary. We've set a limit with you that you keep trying to get past. Best Rosie, a lot of fun in Stardew. Let Abigail know I said hi. Will do. Oh, want to be cared for, not worry about being an adult sometimes because I've been independent for too long, forced to care for myself. However, there comes a day where my future partner needs to be my caretaker, be what they need. Aw. Stream if you're into D&D. I think now you'd find Cyberpunk Red more interesting. Solid system and rules for your character getting therapy. Aw. I haven't played D&D myself in years. I had a hard time getting into it. Guess men are not as into therapy. No, there are a few. Don't get me wrong, there are men who are picking up on it. And honestly, that was actually a humbling moment for me too, because I love psychology. That's one of the things that makes my brain just light up, go pretty hard. And yeah, that was something I had to catch for myself too, because once you actually learn the language, and if you are a highly anxious person like I am, defaulting into using theories and the terminology and stuff to try to get what you want out of people, holy shit, I was not expecting it whatsoever, but once I recognized it, I was like, woo. Oh, if you are learning this stuff, you also have a responsibility not, like, to use it in good faith. Yeah, I figured as much, Miss K. The sub, I feel like I have more responsibility because my dom can't read my mind. Subspace is great, but I'm still a whole ass adult under that. 100%, it's like, mwah! Yes. Yes. And that is exactly, that is... The way that's such like a relief to hear. If you are a sub like with a dom, showing up and being like, hey, I recognize I have equal responsibility. I'm not here to use you to check out. I'm not here to use you to regulate myself. I am secure in who I am. I know what I want. I know what I like. And I am competent at using my voice to tell you what I do and do not like. Shit rocks. Yeah, learning it and then not weaponizing it. Realization. Oh no. Yeah, exactly. I love that. Not avoidantly attached, just avoiding. Sub I had wanted to hard no. I deliberately make all play partners aware of. Tried to guilt trip me once I again said no. Storm just stared at her while she tried to guilt me, and I really only followed up with getting dressed and asking her, "Are you done trying to make me violate my own boundary?" I will say I felt zero guilt for that. Oh, we love to see it. You'll know if there's actual avoidant behavior happening. As someone who is typically avoidant in most cases, it's more on being afraid of getting hurt again. That's not that kind of situation. No, exactly. Like, somebody actually experiencing avoidant attachments, that one bothers the shit out of me, because as soon as attachment theory became a thing and people with anxious attachments realize, like, they basically, if they weren't getting what they wanted out of somebody, they deem them avoid. It's like the narcissistic, it's the new version of narcissistic abuse, where it's like, no, they weren't actually a narcissist, they just sucked. And a lot of the times it's like, no, they're not actually avoidant, you have control issues,
you just suck as a person. Hey.
Hi.
I like this one. I think I will take her as my wife.
I think I will claim her for the clan.
Jesus, there's a clan? That was fancy. So there's unrealistic expectations. We figured out pretty quickly. Yeah, usually if you do have an unrealistic expectation, you either do figure it out if you're being responsible, or you end up delusional and you're there way too long. And yeah, no, I'm glad you set that you held your own boundary, Vixie Pixie. The doctor had to remind him depression is something in the brain. Doesn't matter how good life may be, it can hit anyone. Yeah. There's always clans. And, like, the thing is, I don't think we actually talk enough about how, like, if you are on the submissive side, there are going to be times where you need something. You need some kind of support. Like, you're feeling a certain type of way, and your play partner will not be able to meet it. There are going to be times where they're tired, they're exhausted, they don't have the emotional range, and that's okay. There are going to be moments where you have a need that's not met, and it doesn't mean the other person has failed. It doesn't mean the other person is a bad dom. There's going to be times where what you need is 100% outside of their capacity, and it doesn't mean you're too much. Doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means that needs and capacity don't line up in that moment. That's all right. Communication, respect, and personal responsibility seems like a trifecta of healthy dynamics. Right, and the thing is, like, when I had somebody blow up on me for saying, like, I will not treat your trauma, like, I will not do aftercare oriented towards your trauma, your self-worth, your mental health, and, like, what that person didn't stop to consider, like, that limit's there for ethical reasons. What they heard is, I have these needs, and Rosie says it's bad for me to expect they be met, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's that sense of rejection and ego defensiveness, and it's like, please stop just for 2 seconds and consider that I put that boundary in place because I'm supposed to. Are we farming?
Theoretically.
Just theoretically?
In theory.
We're farming in concept. Yeah, exactly. We're human, we have limits. And yeah, I will. There are some things where when it comes to kink and whatnot, like I find myself disagreeing with a vast majority of people because I find in the kink community, submissive well-being gets prioritized over everything else at all costs. And there's like this expectation that doms have to sacrifice, they have to care, they have to support in all contexts at all times, and that's that's their role. And it's like you're driving people into the ground. When you prioritize the feelings and well-being of submissives only, and you don't let the other side have limits, you're gonna run them into the ground. You're gonna take a demographic of people who do care very much, and you're gonna burn them out. Till you're done trying to make me feel guilt regarding me saying no. Right, because that's just it. If somebody is like, this is my limit, and you respond with anger and guilt, you're the one who's being inappropriate. They might recognize that it's because you respect people enough to not hurt them. You respect them more by not overstepping that ethical boundary. Well, and that's the thing, is that it's so, especially when you're tired, exhausted, and feeling a little angry about it, is that it is so very hard to be like, hey, I've put this limit here because I care about you. Like, I know you have this drive for me to meet this need for you, but I'm not meeting it because I care about you. I'm not qualified to go messing around in your head like this. For me, the most that I'm qualified to do with you is headspace. The most I'm qualified to do for you is to give you little moments of time where we decompress together. General affirmation, right? Where I can just be like, I know everything feels heavy, it feels hard, but like, if you've got scenes going with people where, like, let's say we do a scene. The scene triggers some kind of flashback for you. And then you start spiraling. I can't provide aftercare specifically tailored to that. I didn't have the same traumatic experience as you. I'm not qualified for trauma stuff. Like, what's going to happen is if there's something in the scene that brought out some kind of heavy thing for you, what's going to happen is general aftercare. We emotionally stabilize you, and then I redirect you to a qualified professional. I will not be the one specifically addressing it for you. I'm going to say, because like I said, this is in the context of me doing casual play partnerships. You're gonna need you're gonna need to go to somebody who knows what they're talking about. Yeah, exactly, Vexy. Also expressing, communicating it for wider safety genuinely helps. Thank you, Quimus. I appreciate that. Gonna dip, not feeling 100%, need some sleep. Sounds good, Miss Kate. Thank you for joining. It's also infantilizing the sub because your play partners agree to the terms that you have. Yeah. And that's the thing, is I'm like, I need to trust that you are being an adult. You're being a competent adult who knows what they want, who's secure in their sense of self, and also secure in knowing roleplay versus reality. Want to start to farm?
Sure. Let me just finish posting here.
There's our hydrate. But yeah, that is one of the tough things if you are a content creator in kink space, is like at some point it wears on you. At some point, just like the level of expectation that people put on those they view as like the stable, secure person. And I noticed I noticed, I think it was in high school, first of all, where I was kind of one of the dorm mom figures. And then the second that I started, because I started dealing with some heavy mental health stuff myself. Like, I was the person who literally, other girls in the dorm would come over to, like, my room if they were having nightmares and stuff. It was just, like, I had this reputation of being somebody who was, like, the solid support. But the second I started struggling, it really unnerved people. Like, I was not really able to find anybody who could actually reciprocate the support I showed, because everybody wanted me to be the person who had it all together, and it destabilized them when I was not always in that place.
Oh yeah, she's a mess.
Oh yeah, hot mess.
She's a mess.
Hot mess.
You should see her clothing drawer. It's a fucking disaster.
Shut up.
She has committed so much tax fraud. It's actually ridiculous.
That's not the kind of mess that I meant.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh. She's paid all of her taxes always, forever.
I have actually.
She has, actually. She has.
Shut the fuck up. Just when I was about to be like, yeah, later in life I found people. Never mind.
I'm gonna go look at flights for no particular reason.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'm hilarious. You're so...
Oh my god. Shut up, Corvus. No. Real. People hate seeing the stabilized one being unstable. Honestly, it sucks. It really, really sucks. And yeah, there, at some point, some of this stuff that is so submissive focused at the expense of a dom, it really wears on you, and it starts to just be like, no. Oh, I saw it. I saw it. You were thinking it. You were thinking it. Durr. And unfortunately as well, actually standing on business and saying no about something means that the people who are doing the thing you were talking about are going to feel miffed at you. Because if I'm saying one of my boundaries is no, I won't run a scene with you if you are the type of person who needs affirmation that the scene wasn't real. That means the people who are doing that are not going to be happy with me. But I'm like, I'm sorry. I am allowed to say no. I'm not comfortable doing this with you. If you're not secure in your sense of self and you want me to define this reality for you, I'm not comfortable running this scene with you, and you're going to have to live with that. You're going to have to respect that and also regulate the response you have to that. That's your responsibility, because I'm allowed to say no, not comfortable doing this with you. I guess being self-employed candidate requires you to pretend to be 3 separate people. Oh my gosh. The business side of being a content creator is lovely.
Absolutely ridiculous.
So much work. Do you need something?
No, I'm just contributing.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you? Really?
I expect 20%, yes. I expect my 20%.
I need so many more subscribers.
Otherwise, I'll unionize. It'll be a union of one.
A union
I'm
of you.
unified with myself.
Really? Okay, so what are your demands? And if they're not met, what happens?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say if they're not met, what happens. I know what my demands are. My demands, Rosie, and you know I'm gonna say this, is I want dental. I want fucking dental. I want dental at last! It's been too long! My teeth are rotting out of my head!
I don't even have dental.
Because she refuses to pay me!
I don't even have dental. Oh. The cheese tax. So you can have 20% of my cheese.
You eat 20% of my cheese! You eat 80% of my cheese! I'm lucky when I get 20! Fucking fake news, Twitch! Fucking fake news, chat!
That's your 20.
That's my 20.
That is your 20. They don't even have to.
I get 20% of the cheese that I buy. Okay. See, this is why we need organized labor.
Of one?
They don't even have dental.
They don't even have to. I'm just a girl. Exactly. I'm
Also,
just
that might
a
actually
girl.
be the best joke in all the Shrek movies.
Honestly, they don't even. The dental thing was pretty.
I mean, it's not, but
Supreme.
like, it's one that sticks in my brain. So if we quantify best jokes by that,
Yeah.
just saying. All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, sounds good.
So I'm glad you're wearing a sweater because I opened the window because I'm fucking dying.
I was really warm too.
Good, it's not entirely your fault.
I'll do a little posture check. I like, what's this man out here demanding dental for? I don't even get dental. See, I feel like you're just using me for my dental benefits.
It's not my fault you're irresponsible with your money. Don't reference what that's from. Don't
I'm
reference
not.
what that's from.
I'm not. You know, and that's all that matters.
I know, and I found it funny. Don't you worry.
All right, we are back in Stardew Valley. The spirits feel neutral, and they're telling me to check the calendar, which I already do. Yeah, we're in the new Slutsville farm with plenty of blueberries. No, do not eat the blueberry.
I left you half.
I see that. Roughly half. Controversial pickup line. My gosh. My canines have never looked this good. That was such a great audio.
What was?
Do you remember that one TikTok audio that's like, oh, you want to meet my new dog? And it's just like some guy. And they're like, why are you going along with this? And I'm like, well, I get dental.
I thought you were talking about those videos where, like, it's just some fucking e-girl in the mirror, say, like, just on her own, and she's just taking a picture and says, come here, boy, come here. And, like, taps the side of her leg, and there's, like,
Oh, those
very
big
pregnant
dogs.
pause, and then there's actually a dog that comes in, and the entire comments is like, I thought it was going to be a guy. Like,
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a man.
which, like, they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, more power to them.
It's more like, I like you, nibbling. It's a beautiful little farm so far. And I also kind of want to move to Slutsville, I'm not going to lie.
I don't know if I told you, but I got the crystallarium, and it's already producing jade. Just so you know.
Alright, it's nobody's birthday today, but Willie's birthday is coming up.
Lily?
Willie.
Willie. Oh, Willie! We gotta do something nice for our Willie.
Yeah, the e-girls who go, who's the goodest boy? Who's the goodest boy? And it's actually a dog.
Rosie,
Yeah?
mind yourself.
Why?
You know
This
why.
is my brand. Really? Because I'm just talking to people's pets. Their cats and their dogs in the audience. Such a good girl. Who is such a good girl? Yes, you are. Such a good pet.
She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing.
Do I though?
I can't prove it, but god damn it!
Yes, good fox did occur. The entire comment section is men frothing at the mouth. I know, just like, men are natural born leaders. Are you sure? Call him a good boy.
You need to make a video about that. Men are natural born leaders. Really?
Like-
Look at my comments section and I say, what a good boy. You need to make that video. That'd be fun.
That would be pretty funny.
Write it down. Chat, can someone clip that
Somebody-
so she doesn't forget?
Somebody remind me.
I'll write it down.
TikTok audio like me the desire to literally be somebody's dog. Alright, some more stable adult. Somebody, just let me be pet.
Written down.
Amazing. For non-binary boy, I usually say like good pet, good toy.
What do you want?
For what?
No, I'm asking
Oh.
them.
More
I'm
stable.
Not an envy. I don't know what like does it for you. I can guess.
Cat ears, watch how false that statement becomes.
I'm just gonna endlessly farm copper.
Yeah, good toy is kind of like the common one. I think like people come up with their own special ones that feel unique to them as well. Marcus defeated a grub, and Marlon is very pleased.
You know what? I'm not here to yuck anyone's yum if that's what pleases him.
Call me a good boy, give you whatever you want. See, like, that's the thing. I'm just like, I don't buy it for a second. Men are natural leaders. Just feel like, you're such a good boy, and I'm so very proud of you. Fold immediately. So we can get that. Got a little trout and geodes. Who wants to call me a good boy? Give me head pats and probably not alone. Not even remotely. Not dying in Cyberpunk with the constant good boys. Oh, I could make that so much worse. Like, oh, look at you concentrating on your games so well. Despite all the distractions. It still hits. Yeah, cute bean. Oh, you're such a cute little bean for me. Such a good noodle. I paused it.
Nope, that one doesn't work.
Noodle?
Cute bean is arguable, but noodle, no. Oh god, Bones Days.
Bones Day. Oh, the No Bones Days? Yeah. Oh, Needle the Pug.
That was sweet. I'm friends with the guy who owned that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah,
Despite the attempts to distract. Aw, thank you for being so good for me and clipping the requested content. Am I a menace? I sit with my wife as I cross stitch and she plays Pal World. Aw.
Really, you are notoriously a menace.
A little bit.
You're a menace and you must be stopped.
Just a little bit. Hi, Harley. Listen, everybody in chat is a very good being. I have a community full of good boys and good girls, good pets, good toys. And I'm very happy they're here spending time with me.
Shit, do I need to talk to my chat like that?
Hmm?
Shit, do I need to talk to my chat like that? Answers on a postcard.
Hmm. I'm sure your chat would not complain.
Oh, they wouldn't, but that's not the issue. The issue is that if I start, the windows will be broken if I ever stop.
Oh, yeah.
And
Making everybody in chat melty? Illegal.
straight to jail.
Mmm. And we also have an ara ara.
No matter how many times you explain Ara Ara to me, I don't get it.
That's because you're not big on anime content.
Quite happily, yes. Some things are not for me. That is fine.
Come on, give me the chest. No. Fuck! I got distracted. Mr. Jones to me? I can't say I've heard it.
Ooh, I got an ancient seed. 3, 2.
Chugging water? I don't know. I feel like everybody here in chat should be drinking some water. Doing some self-care. I'd very much appreciate it if you did. I'm drinking coffee. What now? Well, I guess you don't get called a good fox. Yes, go get water. Tea counts, right? I mean, adjacently. My gosh, it's almost midnight in the game already. Should scamper on home. It's so busy. Hang on.
It's your fault. You're distracted.
Oh, somebody was like, what's my best way, brat way of getting out of a consequence? Depends on the consequence. And also that one's not really great at consequences. Folds immediately.
I'm sorry? I beg your unbelievable pardon? Yeah, you better not fucking say
Oh no, please don't punish me. Anything but that.
What? Chat, it always sounds like, oh please sir, don't throw me in that briar patch.
Can we call it a good Krogan? Yeah? Technically. You hear it? I know what I'm doing.
Okay, I'm trying so hard, but I'm unable to say like,
What am I ranting? What am I ranting about? One streamer I managed to catch at length. You pull that voice out. It has been a while. I've been taking it so easy on you guys. Maybe I should reconsider that. I know, for free. Anything dumb and petty that'll wind Marcus up.
Fuck you.
Till I get, yeah, what is it? I don't know why, but my brain keeps saying it's something from Halo.
What is this?
Krogan?
No, it's Mass Effect.
It's Mass Effect?
You need to play Mass
Oh,
Effect.
okay.
Can you please bully her into playing Mass Effect?
Okay.
Like, actually do it. Bully this woman. She needs to play
Actually,
Mass
I think I turned the sound alerts back on. I was messing with the sound alerts, and I think I reactivated them. Play Mass Effect? I've been trying.
Why don't you go harvest the hops and the coffee, Lucy?
Don't tell me how to live my life.
I'm telling you how to live your life. We'll harvest the fucking crops and the fucking coffee.
Harvest your butt.
Do it, bitch. Fucking dirty.
And I can cook those. Oh, so I can't say... Alright. Okay, I'll consider playing Mass Effect. Vixie says, Marcus, I better have my rewards back so I can make you roll the die of pain.
My mod should have given you your rewards back. We'll be fine. I'm just saying, Rosie, this is like when you told me you hadn't watched Battlestar Galactica. Mass Effect is on.
Okay, okay. I will give it a shot.
You should. Buy the Legendary Collection, play all 3 games. You can skip the 4th.
You're exhausted? Aw, good night, Cool Fox. While I need to play it while also talking in a low voice. Alright, so basically I'm going to get my view count up by just going full Dami mode while playing Mass Effects. Is this the plan?
You asking me?
You and chat?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Up.
I had music in my head.
Then just chat. You weren't paying attention.
Oh, wow! Rosie, if there's anyone who is unable to criticize my lack of attention, it is you.
No comments.
Yeah, because they would all be fucking indictment worthy.
Ooh, I just got Jack be nimble, Jack be thick.
Someone needs to stop her.
I am ungovernable.
You're ungovernable. Fuck off.
Until, of course, I get called a good girl, and then I fold immediately.
It's your stream, therefore I'm barred from doing it.
I might have missed the voice. With women and how I act with men, fair enough. Yeah, Jack be thick. Hello, George. Call Rosie a good girl. Oh, trust. I already know. Bestest good girl ever. And oh my god. Speaking of being ungovernable, so I've been up to my usual shenanigans, being a little terror on threads. And because the problem is I crack myself up. I crack myself up constantly. Because nobody's laughing harder than me. Dude, cheeks are glad. I tried to jump over the candlestick, but I am dummy thick. And the oh, and the clap from my ass cheeks put out the candle. Hi, hello. How's it going, Ash? What? Cause yeah, there was the one though that killed me was something. It was something about making sure you don't disturb a man's peace, and I dropped my favorite gif of all time. I think it's Call of Duty or something, but it's the sneaky beaky, like coming in all sneaky beaky like, and it's like a soldier like with a gas mask, and he's got like a full gun, but he's crunched down so that his whole torso is in his hips, and he's just doing like this waddle thing. So I posted that with me on my way. Me on my way to just
You are fucking ungullible.
I was just... Oh, I was losing my shit. Hey, they work again! Oh. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. And honestly, this is what happens when you guys leave me unsupervised. Oh, did you already clear out the heavy logs on the farm? Bing bong. Can I repeat that? Do you mean the Jack be nimble? Oh yeah, we do have an uwu voice. And mail. Advertisement. I keep finding cool stuff, but my backpack is full. Does it sound like you? Well, Pierre's got you covered. Stop by Pierre's General Store today and check out our affordable size 24 backpack. See you soon.
I thought you were riffing for a second. I was like, holy shit.
And also, Demetrius said I wanted to say thanks for taking an interest in my work. Here's a cooking recipe that I like, and he taught us how to make fried mushrooms. I feel like we might be able to figure that out ourselves, but thank you. Wozy, I'm gathering data on the correlation between soil alkalinity and crop fructose levels. Long story short, I need a fresh melon from your farm. If you brought me one, I'd be very grateful. I do have a full backpack. You don't even know how full my backpack is. My backpack is wet levels of full that you can't even comprehend.
Okay, I'm not crazy, chat, right? I thought she said flesh melon for a second, and I'm like, what the fuck is a flesh melon?
You're a flesh melon.
Jesus fuck!
The candlestick. So I tried to jump over the candlestick, but I am dummy thick, and the clap from my ass cheeks put out the candle. Whoa, sorry, I'm not good at writing letters. I made one metal bar too many. I thought you might need it. From Quint the blacksmith. Hello, Norman. You can't sweep. Well, welcome back over here, then. The worst pronunciation of alkalinity that has ever been.
Alkalinity? Is that actual word?
Alkalinity. You try saying that in an ubu voice.
Alkalinity?
Alkalinity. Okay, I managed it. Oh, me too for last 20 minutes. Well, how dare you work, Quimus? You're on the job. You think you're getting dental when you're lurking? So apparently everyone's demanding dental from me.
I guess they just want to swallow you, Rosie. Hey up!
And we have a spoon meat from a month.
I'm just saying, this is why I deserve 20%.
No, it's not. You deserve nothing. Glitter, hydration, and spite. That is exactly what you need. Chaos and totally not brain melting bit of time. You are most welcome. And thank you all for being such very good beans for me. Listen. There's no union. There's no war in Bossing Say. No one's getting dental.
And also, fuck you.
That sounded like Marcus said something very inappropriate there. Marcus territory. What have you been saying to chat?
I don't know. I legitimately have no idea what they're referring to.
Something about chesticles.
I just said flesh melons. I just made a joke about flesh melons.
Indeed.
Which was your line.
What is a flesh melon?
Scholars remain divided.
A bad boy, you say? On this good Christian Minecraft server? We're all innocent. Marcus is a bad influence. I saw what you tried to do there earlier, Jer. Innocent my ass. I just full name Marcus. Listen, what's really funny is, like, Marcus's actual name is ridiculously long. And so to fuck with him...
I beg your... Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you.
To get his attention, I decided to call him by his full name, hyphen included.
Hyphen included
Hyphen
in my middle name, which is like fucking 26 characters.
So I was just like, da-da-da-da, hyphen, da-da-da-da, and I have never seen him so confuzzled.
Yeah, because
like
that's
the
what my mother used
buffer.
to call me, so I have fucking conflicted feelings.
The buffer in real time was so beautiful. You know what you did. Also, I love that we're sleeping exactly on top of each other.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of how we actually sleep together. Where you're just like snuggled up nice and cozy under your weighted blanket, making it impossible for me to cuddle you.
Get good!
Fuck you.
Get good.
Would you like to harvest all the melons? And get the farming XP?
Sure, I'll harvest your melons.
Fuck you! Folks ready to take our drive.
Oh yeah, full government name. It was hilarious. Yeah, full YouTube buffer. Okay, what is the purpose of the melons? How many are we saving?
I don't know. Save like 8 and sell the rest. That'll make an even 20.
No one could do that to me. My last name is 3 letters long. Yeah, that doesn't hit as good. Sorry, if you can't be the weighted blanket for women, do you even love her? Listen, I would... Actually, wait, how many of these do I have? I would love for a person to be a weighted blanket, but that crushes my... That's gonna crush my ribcage.
But she still won't let me do it. You know, I don't think this woman really loves me.
I like my ribs not crushed.
Apparently more than you love me.
Actually, I need to give Demetrius a melon. What? Yes. Boogle for brats. Collective term for weasels. That would be his brand.
That would be my brand. She doesn't get to steal that.
Just don't share the full legal name, Pixie. For the meme, funny, but also. Demetrius, you fuck, where are you?
Like me to tell you?
Mm.
He is in Robin's house. He's there somewhere.
Alright, we'll go running all the way back.
Can you check the kitchen?
Hello, Maru. Aha, there he is. Gonna give him grapes instead. Made $500 on a single melon. Somehow takes the entire center. That sounds about right. Chihuahuas are bigger on the outside than they actually appear. Literally legally changing the first name outright and legally changing my 2 middle names to shorter versions of what they currently are. You have 2 middle names. Yeah, that would be a long full name. My full name, I was thinking quickly of a reason to blame whatever I did on my brother. Yeah, that's a hard habit to break.
We're pretty flush on cash.
Damn it.
By the way, if you want to upgrade your tools.
Cool. Yeah, actually, that's like the one downside of cutting off your whole family is I can't pull the classic, that's my sibling's fault. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. $15 in the whole name. Jesus Christ. 3 middle names, 25 letters in the whole name. Jesus Christ. 20 letters long. Oh my god. I thought I had a long name. I thought he had a long name. No, wait. I need to go to the... I need to go to town.
All these geodes.
Pop your geode.
I'll pop you.
Do it! Take me out.
Wait, I promised you I would.
No, you,
Bugger.
you didn't promise me that.
I did.
What you made me promise is no dark humor jokes. You know how many solid millennial jokes I'm not allowed to do anymore?
Because I insist that she have a positive relationship with her own life.
But dark humor, though.
Well, get good.
Listen, what kind of millennial are you?
One who isn't chronically depressed.
I don't have to be chronically depressed to have a dark sense of humor.
Oh, excuse me. Acutely depressed,
Oh.
then.
You don't even have to be. You don't have to be acutely depressed. Forgotten my legal name. Oh no, whenever nobody calls me by my government name anymore. So in the rare times that it happens, I have a whole buffer moment where I'm like, oh fuck, right, that's me.
Oh, Sarah. Oh, Rosie, sorry. Her name is not Sarah.
Seeing the dumpster fire that's happening right now, dark humor and spite's all we have. Exactly, this is my coping mechanism. But I don't know, the thing is with my actual name, the origins of it are a little like, because my parents agreed on the name but not how to spell it, and so my dad waited for my mom to fall asleep, went and had the birth certificate done in the way that he wanted it spelled. And I'm like, that's kind of shitty. Just finding ways to go about getting what you want. Holy fuck. That is no. No. No, 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 no. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. No. Ah! Please, 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 please. Please, please. Come on.
What is going on?
Shh.
Oh, that's a legendary.
Yes! Fuck my life. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Ah! Damn it. Son of a bitch.
Robbed. She was fucking robbed.
If Rosie had, if I had an actual name, I love that. I don't have a real name.
She does not. Fun fact.
I know, the little fishing mini games though. Vixie is an alias to most platforms because they actually plan on changing it to Vixen. Ooh, pretty. Hello. Hi, Miss Lily. Does Marcus help with the monsters in this game, or is it like 7 days to die again? Yet no, he just leaves me to my demise.
Do I help with the You fucking deserve that. I'm so insulting. My goodness.
No one insults the turtles.
I love you so much.
My gosh. Oh man, so also I had just this one moment on fuck this legendary fish. Wait, what if I have this? Will it go here? Fuck, it won't. Damn it. There was this person going off about like how trans women can't have babies, but the way that they spelt it was women can bear children and trans women cannot bear children. And I responded with like, I feel like the logistics of capturing a bear and then loosing said bear on a child are about the same for me as a trans woman. I feel like cis woman or trans woman, we're both gonna have the same difficulty fighting a bear and subjecting a child to it. They're like, you can bear a child, and I was just like, bears against children. Oh hell, I actually think that was the New Testament. Yeah, exactly. Anyone can bear a child. Technically speaking, I don't even know what being trans has to do with bearing a child. The right correct answer is no one should be bearing a child. Maybe would it be funny? It'll probably be horrifying. If Cocaine Bear is any indication. Oh my god, this legendary. I need a better rod. Vixen Von Lauren. Plan on actually changing my last name to Mother's Maiden rather than have my stinky butt have father's last name. Valid. What Lauren would be short for when I say Von Lauren. It sounds very book talk inspired. Von Lauren. I'll go this way. Caught a few fish and mostly got fucked around by the legendary. Just German. Yeah, my mom's side of the family, their last name was German, if I remember correctly. It's you and your special hat. Fuck you. Oh, do we have money? No, you spend it!
What are you talking about? We have oceans of money.
We're broke. Don't make fun of bald men. God sends bears to smite. Oh yeah, that's the funniest thing to me is when people are like, God is anti-abortion. God doesn't want you to murder your baby. And then I'm like, well, God sent 2 bears to eat 40 children for calling his prophet bald. So I feel like God being pro-children alive is a stretch. Kind of couldn't process how to react to that. Still don't. Well, don't repeat the process and redeem the bloodline, I guess. Ooh, somebody needs a really needs a red mullet. I think I'm carrying a few of those on me. I found out the okay, so that one. What about the animals that will get their kids? Just yeet and run. That's 10,000, 8,000 woodcutters. Which book do you want to get?
Is it a shared thing?
No. I was trying to figure out how much how much can I spend?
Let's keep it over 30,000.
Okay.
As in, let's make sure we have 30,000 left. So 26 divided by 2 is 13.
Okay. I'm gonna do the combat quarterly.
Alright. I was gonna say, if you wanted Way of the Wind, that'd be fine with me.
God is so pro-children, so are we not gonna think about how many children died during the Noah's Ark thing? Honestly, God has killed so many children, and then they're like, God's pro-life, and I'm like, he's really not. Like, how pro-life is it for a deity to be like, you are annoying the shit out of me, so I'm going to drown your ass with vigor. I'm wiping this planet except for the 8 people who don't piss me off. There you go. You're all dead. Murdered, drowned. Fuck, I kind of feel bad about this. Maybe I shouldn't have murdered everybody. Here's a rainbow. Oops, my bad. They were evil children. Oh my god. By the way, like, that's how Christians do that in their brain. Same with, like, what's her face that was in the ICE incident. They keep coming with like 1,000,001 reasons to justify ICE just popping somebody in the face, and it's like, how on earth are you finding reasons for this to be a good thing? Wait, I'm gonna bring the red mullet. You bastard! Oh, I have to fish them. God. Says you can't kill your neighbor. He never said anything about the tribe on the other side of the hill. Right? I'm like, okay, I can't kill my neighbor. I have to be kind to my neighbor. Everybody else, though. Fuck you. Oh, yeah. Also, like, what's her face got turned into a pillar of salt.
Lot's wife, I think.
Yeah, Lot's wife. Like, how dare you look back at a disaster that's happening right behind you? How dare you do a very normal human thing, you piece of shit? And we're like, okay, that's not really an ethical thing to do. Also, smiting an entire city. Also not good. But that's the thing, like, in their heads, they're like, oh yeah, it's okay for God to literally kill off everybody because they were bad people. And so they see situations like ICE just rounding people up, and they're like, that's fine, they're bad people. Oh, this person got popped in the face. A bad, evil, radical leftist lesbian.
Ooh, I found a door scroll.
Is it the last one?
I think so.
Yay! There we go. My little sister will be going on a college trip to the USA next year. Is there any safety tips or tools you recommend that I can get for her? Legit thinking of paying for self-defense courses with how insane the country is right now. I'm surprised, actually, that they're even planning a college class at all. That's like the worst place to be going right now. I would... My answer would be like, don't go there right now. Like, for as long as the Trump administration's in charge, that's I don't know. If they're going as a college class, I guess probably will be fine. Cuz like the safety issues right now at the states are not like it's immigration and ICE. It's the actual government itself. Criminology A-level, so I suppose the country run by a criminal is a good thematic choice. Fuck. Ooh, Old Mariner. Okay, I need one more mullet. I can actually understand Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, and you see, the thing is, though, given... If you actually look at Hebrew history around that time, like, their whole thing was God says we're allowed to go through these cultures and murder everybody. And it's kind of the same tactic you see with Palestine today. Like, when they describe Sodom and Gomorrah and that whole thing, I'm like, my guess is that that city got portrayed that way in its entirety, in similar ways that like Palestinians get demonized today, like to validate across the board, like basically Hamas is here and every Palestinian is Hamas, so we're so like when you read about Sodom and Gomorrah, or you read about the Canaanites and how they were like these evil idol worshippers and stuff, so that validates us going through and murdering them, or God murdering them. I'm like, I feel like this was something if it was filled with that kind of stuff. Well, and the thing is, even if it was filled with that kind of stuff, you still have a whole generation of children who haven't done anything wrong, so we're just gonna like wipe them out too. Don't you have criminals at home? You don't need to go to the States to study criminals. We have criminals at home. the Crusades. Yeah, like usually what happens is you have a group of guys who want to cosplay as righteous soldiers and just wreak havoc on purpose and be applauded for it, as they'll demonize another people group. And oh yeah, that was a whole thing. I forgot about the Nephilim mythology in there as well. Or the Nephilim? Please, I need one more bullet. The laws of hospitality. Oh yeah. Also that. So, no, it is actually, because when people go like, aren't you supposed to be an example of Jesus' love? Well, Christians also have this whole thing where they are blatantly excusing and validating God doing a bunch of weird, fucked up shit to people that is an ethical dumpster fire. So the border kind of depends on where they're going. Yeah, we actually have no idea what all is going to be happening. Apparently a bunch of people's passports got invalidated.
Halibut frenzy.
Yeah, halibut frenzy, but I don't need halibut. I need mullet. Dang it. Please be a mullet, please be a mullet, please be a mullet. There's a super cucumber. Fuck! Going back to the 80s for that. Where's MacGyver when you need him? That's not a mullet! Fuck! Come on. Oh my god. It's 10 p.m. Actually, maybe mullets aren't out after... Are the mullets an evening fish? I've been trying so hard. Oh no, honestly. The thing is with immigration, not only can you not pay me to give a shit, humans just move around their own planet. We've been doing this since time. And then the way that I'm debating just quitting X, like using X entirely, like between the Grok thing and whatnot, like it's such a mess. I honestly think I might stick to Blue Sky instead.
Blue Sky allow the kind of content?
Yeah, actually it does.
Oh.
It is technically actually a much safer platform. You can filter things, label stuff. Dang it. Yeah, rolling their eyes. Honestly, Trump's justification for Greenland, that landing boats there 500 years ago doesn't mean ownership, and like... it feels like this guy's just on the verge of a stroke 24/7. Bad ideas all the time. We can only hope. We can only hope. And honestly, I'm so tired I'm so tired of like opening up X and instead of seeing somebody's booty, I see Elon Musk reposting shit about how white men are on the verge of extinction. And, like, if white men lose power, they're going to be persecuted and whatnot. What? The cat? And I'm just like, white guys with lots of money complaining about how they're going to be persecuted and wiped out is like that kid who throws a temper tantrum and then runs away from home and then gets upset that they're not special enough to be kidnapped by anybody. Oh, at least we leveled up fishing. Basically, make sure she has local consulate on speed dial, takes notes on various protest tips, doesn't travel alone. Yeah, do not be alone. I gotta fish from bed. Aw, man. Why are they displeased? That's stupid.
All right, I think I maxed out my farming, Rosie, so the rest of the crops are yours.
Oh, nice.
Although, do actually remember to harvest them.
Bobbers and potatoes. The biggest advocates is just violating that because, yeah, the people in charge are a situation, to say the least. Yeah, no, like, I don't understand why, like, it's really just seems to be with the US right now is that if the trade deals they have are not sucking everybody else completely dry for the US's benefit, like, it's like they have no concept of trade deal that mutually benefits. It's like they take it, like, to heart, like it's an ego thing where every single trade deal needs to be at the other country's expense.
Zero-sum game.
Zero. Yeah, and it's like some kind of weird it's that whole America First crap. Where you're like, hey, that's actually selfish and being a bully, and nobody likes you. Like your superiority complex is just you're just a dick. You're not this best big beautiful country. You're just a dick. First it was the tariffs, now it's kidnapping. Yeah, straight up. Like, with Venezuela, they could have just left that alone. But no, they didn't. They weren't getting the trade deals they want, so they're like, well, let's kidnap somebody. And put the person in charge who will give us the deal we want at the expense of the people of Venezuela, of course.
The crazy thing is that not even, like... the crazy thing about that is that even, like... You know, the Venezuelan government did steal a lot of oil company property by effectively expropriating it in the 90s without compensating the corporations for it, which, okay, for one thing, boo frickety-hoo. But also, not even the oil companies were asking for this. Like, they understand. Their business model is to set up extremely expensive infrastructure projects in very unstable countries. Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan and Venezuela and Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, and like their business model is we're gonna dump $1 billion worth of drilling rigs into countries that might have a revolution in 5 years. A lack of ROI being part of the risk is just the name of the game. The only reason they're in it is because everyone needs energy and it's a guaranteed investment if like their rigs don't get blown up or there isn't a change in leadership. Not even my point is this aren't even factored into the balance sheet. This has been written off on taxes decades ago. Not even they were asking for this. This is entirely his creation. So even the argument
good,
he
Chip.
might be making for this is complete bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Even the oil companies are like, dude, we fucking got our write-off for this. We're good. Like, this was my predecessor's 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 problem. Anyway, sorry. I was ranting. Ugh.
Not to losses. Not to an incontinental man. No, it's just it's a very greedy mentality that I think a lot of us don't resonate with and we don't understand. Like there's so many people who absolutely refuse to develop a healthy sense of identity that's not it's not superiority based. Yes, indeed, we do love a Marcus rant.
Sorry, I had nowhere else to say that. I shouldn't be co-opting your
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, honestly. But I guess China has its own benefits out of that situation, so. Come on, please. Where is the last mullet? I was catching them hand over fist the other day. Now where are they? Please. Yes. Ooh, I should go to sleep soon myself. Kind of want, because I have right now. Can I spring for an iridium rod?
Yep, you can.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna pass on one for now, but you can level up your fishing.
Ta-da.
And actually, once I smelt this one bar, we will have enough for one iridium tool.
Disappointed father. I think we're lucky they're not finally stalling us. The thing is, like, I think they're doing the disappointed father thing because they have to, but in reality, yeah, they got their own stuff with Taiwan. All right, good night, Mythos. China doesn't have to lift a finger. We're busy tearing ourselves apart, honestly. 25 pieces of wood for Robin. Iridium. I barely know him. Maybe I'll be able to do this. That one's cut down. Here's one. Other countries do the same stuff with the excuse about America did it. Well, that's the question, is we don't know how far this is gonna go, right? It seems like so much has gone completely out the window. Yay! I made like $500 today. Oh, teleposter check. Oh. Oh, I should take this ticket down too. Oh, and one of the things I might have to do is spring for a really good quality mic. Because I don't know what is happening. That you do, Angel Wolf. But I have been having really serious issues with the audio on a lot of the content where I'm talking. And I don't know why. Like, it'll be super garbled. The sound will be super garbled and pitched for some people, but the vid will play fine for others. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what we're doing. I've been filming on the same phone for a while and there was no issues, and then suddenly there were. I don't understand. The TikTok videos will do that for me. I was scrolling on one account, one of my vids from my backup account popped up and I could hear it and I was like, why is it plays normally for me, but why is it so fucking garbled for everybody else? There you go. What happens if I just give this man a fish? Okay, he just likes fish. Nice.
I've thrown some tappers on the trees that were growing in the railroad area.
Cool.
Like a whole bunch.
It didn't on the last videos did today, which was odd. And that's weird because I've had no audio issues with my main TikTok account, but I have them on the backup. I'm like, what is happening? But I might have found a microphone that would actually connect to my phone. Like I've avoided doing like I just didn't want to film on a separate device and then have to upload from that to TikTok from there because it's just so much extra work. Yeah, no, for real. Oh, we missed Willie's birthday. Right. Yeah, I am definitely feeling the tired. So, I think that today is going to be my last day. Oh. Level 9 farming. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull it back over here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, today was a long day, and I've been like just really like achy too. If the cats are next, yes, I have a cosplay up next to do. I'm very excited about. I've got some custom affirmation content to do, so that'll be a thing to happen that I'm very excited about. This has been, yes, we're actually gonna do a full, like a real cat girl, prosthetic, whiskers, the whole 9 yards. I think that's gonna be so very super cool. So today nerfed. Yeah, I am so achy today. So I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna de-egro myself, take a Tylenol. You like the Mind Flare cosplay? Thank you. I thought that was so funny. That was just hilarious. I used it to stitch that one guy who's been going around doing the whole like, why do people in open relationships always look like that? And I was like, I see you. I see what you're actually trying to do, because the trap in that content is pulling at strong sense of justice responses. It's not actually about appearance. They're actively farming responses from people. And I was like, no, you can't. Do not try to argue or hold them accountable. Blah blah blah. Da da da. Yeah. No. You either leave them be, don't give them reactions, or you fucking double down on the meme. But anyway. I'm gonna say good night to you guys. I'm very achy, so I think we're gonna skip a raid for tonight. But I will say lots of love to you guys. Please remember your worth is not your productivity and all this good stuff. Eyebrows back here. Give the Marcus a boop. He has been booped. Through the boop kick.
What the fuck was that?
Chat said to do it. Anyway, bye guys.
Fuck you.
Bye.